van? It touched my sensitivity. That's where our trash van. My mama, Johnny Gill. So.
I want to reciprocate that my village gives me, because that's what makes us all successful.
My granddad here, my father stayed down there, my grandmother stayed in my grandfather. Memories that I can go back to. And you didn't see very many single-parent households. More than one. I'm sure that there was probably a lot of unhappiness because people didn't divorce.
So what is my experience dealing with raising a black child in America today? Well, our experience with raising my children has been smooth, honestly.
What that means is that you can't raise children by yourself. You need some insight from
raising a child today is challenging in itself. And being a parent comes with its own separate list of challenges.
So when was a point in time that I can remember that the village had impacted me? That's not an easy question to answer. It's not a simple question to answer in that these principles are unity.
As a parent, you're not always going to have the right answers.
That can be a responsibility. The birth of my two children. I think about how creativity and faith. I think about how the village influenced that situation, in which it was very empowering in that my wife and I birthed our two children at home. We had midwives and doulas and family around, and
well, for me, I'm a pretty strong-willed individual. I kind of relish in uncomfortable situations. I mean, you see, that's just something that I do, and I feel like I take on that responsibility as a man. And I'm very proud, as I mentioned in the previous question. I'm proud in a sense, not in a vain way, but you know, if we are made in God's image, that means I'm a God as well. So I relish in the power that the Creator has given me. I know that if I, keep my faith and I do well by others, whatever I request, whatever I need will be fulfilled. I just have to keep progressing. Faith without work is dead, so I have to keep moving. I have to be resourceful. So even in times of test, I never do lose my faith. So even in times of hardship, I can't really say that I depended on anyone in specifically, because I take on the responsibility to do the work myself. However, I cannot deny that my village has been a benefit to me in times of hardship, but I didn't necessarily depend on them. But I was fortunate enough to have help in different times of my life, during different challenges of my life, where I can receive some assistance. Yeah. But I take responsibility in solving issues myself.
That it takes more than one. It takes, and it don't necessarily just mean that it's family.
However,
it just means that it takes more than one.
I would have to say that the beginning of having a child
family.
It was more so thinking of it as a fairy tale.
How to build your resources to
As
Oh,
we continue to watch, where I continue
I
to
hadn't
watch
thought
the
about it
news
one
and
time, but
social media
I
and things
immediately
like
went
that,
back to
it becomes
I was
a time where I am
down
fearful
there in the East
of
End, North Little Rock.
my children even going outside or being away from me. And even with me, it's still fearful because
10, 15
what I'm
blocks.
seeing on TV is it doesn't matter.
Surrounding areas that you cover
And
on foot.
it gets me to the point
Everybody
where
knew everybody.
this is one of the reasons I don't
That's
want to
when
have
I
any
That it
more.
takes more than one.
Even
It
when I
takes,
wasn't at
and it don't
home,
necessarily just mean that it's
or
family.
wasn't with my family. That
It just
I
means
kinda
that it
depend
takes
on
more than one.
people
Whether it's
around
neighbors,
me.
whether it's friends, whether it's coworkers, or even whether it's support from your church or from a school or whatever. So when you talk about a village, you're talking about not just your immediate family, but everyone that is
little bit more
involved in your
difficult now,
life
I
in some
think.
kind of way.
Raising an African American child, and I envy you. I don't say I envy you. I don't want to say I feel sorry for you either, but I'm glad I'm to the point where y'all are grown.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at it many times and think about how I feel like it was a blessing. And we're single. I'm single. But I still sit back and look at y'all sometimes, and I'm really proud. Nobody stayed in jail.
Right.
Nobody stayed in jail. Nobody went to prison. You knock on wood. So far, nobody has done anything egregious where just something just awful.
Yeah.
And I like to think that me and your mom and all the adults that was in y'all's lives, to a certain extent, set an example where y'all kind of had a guide to go by. I don't know. I just think it's very difficult now raising a black family. As you reach that age and you start to leave and you left the family, to go on your own, I could kind of sense a sense of release, or you relish the fact that you were kind of independent on your own. I could see a change in your mindset. And
in today's society, with that being said, in today's society, I don't think the village mindset in regards to raising our children is being upheld.
And helping them know how to maneuver themselves in everyday life. That
it's a little bit more difficult now, I think, raising an African American child. And I envy you. I don't say I envy you. I don't want to say I feel sorry for you either. But
what we just took for granted when I was growing up, now it's not something that they can't just walk down the street.
As we continue to watch, or I continue to watch the news and social media and things like that, it becomes a time where I am fearful of my children even going outside or being away from me.
That is an interesting question. They say it takes a village to raise a child. That is an old saying. And do I think it stands today?
It gets me to the point where this is one of the reasons I don't want to have any more children.
In today's society, there's no way you can do it alone, just to be honest.
We collectively as a people, we trust and we depend on our enemy to raise our children and to educate our children and to feed our children. And in the words of Malcolm X, only a fool will let his enemy educate his children. Only a fool will let his enemy raise his children.
But she had the ability that she fit in almost any group.
Yeah.
So she built her own family.
And even with me, it's still fearful because what I'm seeing on TV is it doesn't matter.
So she was used to just being her. So it wasn't like she was afraid, but she always had that family connection, that strong bond between her mom and her dad and her grandparents.